Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game. And here comes the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll leave it with him. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
And nobody able to... And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
7, Texas Tech, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass to 45. Can anyone catch him? A huge play, just a breath away from taking it to the house, but they are in business at the 4.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand the circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown. Looking for a productive play on first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a crease at the 20. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
With jet sweep pass. Touchdown Longhorns! And they... First down here for the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Dances away to buy time. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there and knocking that ball away.
After misfiring, it's second down. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Hayden. Gonna take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Texas! Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Texas offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. find an answer.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Hayden. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. The short hands, it's Collins. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He wants to throw it again. Caught. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a... And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hayden. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more. And it's the Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Wells. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Texas! Offense getting set for 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he's got it inside the 35. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And they finally get their 1st sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. And they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now. And they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play the entire play. And they're taking shots.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up for the PAT. They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. He's not going to make it, stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. The freshman able to get home with the sack. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. He's looking to throw. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they have divided these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent.